Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break. It's another round of new restrictions. It's another round of a rainy day. It's another round of workload. It's another round of clothes to spin and food to cook. It's another round of cycle of school year. So many things are happening, but life goes on. Kahit ano pang mangyari, life goes on. But let's not forget that each day is grace. So join me for the rest of the one hour time. Sorry, join me for the rest of the session on Coffee Break. I'm going to continue talking about emotional burnout that we've started the other day. So I hope that I'm coming clear. Parang ako yung nawala in my live cast. Okay. Let me know if you can see me, if I'm coming clear. I think there's a fluctuation in the connection, of course, due to the difficulty in our weather. So magandang hapon again. This is Dr. Michelle for Coffee Break. So I would like to start the ball rolling already. At ituloy natin yung usapan natin the other day, and that is about emotional burnout. So how have you been? What are your realizations the other day? The other day we said that we said that emotional burnout do happens, and before you know it, alam nyo baka you are already in the middle of an emotional burnout. Am I excused with this? No, I'm not. Actually, I am just recovering from emotional burnout also. Because with the many things that's happening to us, accumulated and patong-patong na stress, sa dami nangyayari, we need to check ourselves. So, can you say that with me? We need to check ourselves. Kailangan natin i-check yung sarili natin na parang, nasan ba ako dito? Am I in this time of burnout? Anong nangyayari sa akin? Am I well? Am I okay? So, kailangan natin makita yan. And what I would like for you also to realize is that I would like you to see how it is affecting your body. I think that's something that I mentioned last time, that even though that's an emotional aspect, but it can impact the body. Pwede niyang maapektuhan yung katawan natin. Pwede niya na parang, oh wow, it may be physically draining, but still, pero bakit may nangyayari sa akin? Nagkakasakit ako. And ibig sabihin, if in case we get sick, like for me now, if you see my voice is different, uh, it means that our body is talking to us already. It means that it has accumulated effect that impacts our total well-being. So join me by discussing with me all these aspects regarding burnout, regarding emotional burnout in particular. So, how do we move out ourselves from it? I would like to ask the people here who are watching, have you ever been in the emotional burnout situation? And if yes, ano yung isang specific, simpleng bagay na ginawa mo na malaki yung tulong? It can even be the weirdest thing. I know prayers work. Alam na natin yan, friends. Alam na natin it can help. But what is it that you did to deliberately help yourself in order to help you move out of it? Are there some things that you would like to explore or gawin ulit or baguhin? Okay, so as I said last time, it has mind-body connection. It affects our total health. So let me show you or discuss with you this afternoon how we're going to move out of this emotional burnout. So the first thing, if you are here already, friends, let me know if you can hear me. One thing that we need to do, and the first thing that we need to do, we need to acknowledge our state. We need to acknowledge our state. Ano ibig sabihin? Well, it's not a sickness. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng gawin, sabihin na, or gawin excuse na may sakit ako, may ganito ako. No. So, what we can do is that we have to acknowledge our state. The state that I am emotionally burned out. I am tired. I am exhausted. I am not my best side anymore. It's so difficult for me to bear the situation. So, kailangan nating aminin sa sarili natin. Accept the situation and admit that you are not okay. Have you ever been in that situation that you tried to fake it till you make it? Some people, sadly, the more injustice you give yourself, if you keep admitting, you keep denying that you are in the middle of a burnout situation, or you are not really emotionally okay, pero pinipilit mo na wag ipakita sa iba, lalo na sa pamilya mo na hindi ka okay. Friends, I would like you to be more compassionate with yourself. Acknowledging that you are in a state of burnout, it's not being weak. It's not a sign that mahina kang tao. It can actually be a sign of resiliency because you are just allowing yourself to fall, but on the resolve that I allow myself to fall so that I will know how to bounce back again. Is that making sense? So I hope that you can reflect about it. So can you, the first thing that we can do is that acknowledge that you are in that state. Can you all say that with me? Acknowledge that, acknowledge the state. Acknowledge the state. Ano yung state mo? You are emotionally burnout. You are emotionally unwell. And you admit that you are not okay. But, as I always share with you, we admit that we are not okay, but we do not just get stuck in not being okay. Meaning we do something, we work on something, we work on solutions, we try to help ourselves, we try to overcome, we try to overcome what's happening. So are you, just for a while, ha? I just need to change connections. Okay, the next thing, identify the reason behind the state. Identify the reason behind the burnout. So, what could be the reason bakit nag-burnout ka? Hindi yan magic, friends. Hindi yan automatic na nangyayari. Hindi yan bigla na lang. Hindi na lang yan parang, ay, burnout ako today. It's not like that. It's just a normal feeling na parang, ay, today burnout ako, bukas okay na ako. It's not like that. What you need to know is that it can be a single reason. Single reason, for example, the a COVID, your family, one of your family members had COVID, and you need to be the one to physically support na mag-alaga, mag-asikaso sa buong bahay while the other family member is recovering. And that one, that single incident can be the triggering incident, but it can be the single reason. So a single event can be a reason. For the others, wala naman nangyari. Di ba nagtataka kayo, wala naman nangyari, ba't ganun? Pero merong accumulated stress na hindi natin inaamin, hindi natin nakikita, or it's already part of our day and it's inherently packed in our day, in our lives already. That's why these unhealthy patterns, kung hindi natin nakikita, yun yung nagko-cause ng emotional burnout. For example, you're so used to taking in kung ano na lang ang sabihin sa'yo ng other family members, lahat ng pake sa'yo lagi, and then you don't know how to say no. Listen to that. Lahat ng pake nila, ikaw na lang, tapos you don't know how to say no, that can actually cause burnout. That can actually cause you yourself, that can actually cause that accumulated pattern. Why? As much as you outside, your goal for helping is actually you're helping, but deep inside you may be lessening your sleep, putting a lot of energy to what you're doing for other people, and it may not be bad, but in times of, for example, in this crisis situation, mas madali tayong tablan ng sakit kasi mas mahina yung resistensya natin. Like me, I know last weekend was so bad that ang bilis kong tinablan ng sakit knowing na ang taas ng resistensya ko. Pero 'di ba hindi rin kinaya. So that's why we need to see that accumulated stress, it could be also kasi an unhealthy pattern already that we see, and it's not being becoming helpful to our family, it's not becoming helpful to you. So meron ba tayong ganito? Friends, do you have something like this na accumulated? unhealthy pattern, you have to know that. Can you say that with me? Identify the reason for the burnout. Identify the reason for the burnout. So, una, acknowledge na, okay, I'm in this burnout situation. And then, number two, you start becoming objective and interested on what could be the trigger, what could be either it's a simple reason or accumulated reason. So, bakit ba ako bumagsak? Ano ba yung talaga naman parang bigat na bigat ako tuwing mangyayari sa akin. So that is how we take note of ito yun, ito yun. And for all you know, it can be a circumstances, prolonged circumstances. It can also be the people you love, sadly. And it can just be, sobrang daming stress, sobrang daming trabaho na hindi ka na nakahinga. Too much for you to handle. That can be another reason for burnout also. Okay, and number three. So one is acknowledge the state. Second, identify the reason behind the burnout. And the third, create create solution for the emotional state. What do I mean by that? Create solution for the emotional state. Friend, have you ever try finding a solution for yourself to support your well-being? If yes, you put it here in the chat. Nagkaroon na ba kayo ng ways for you to be able to support yourself and your well-being? Kasi ako, I would say, I am on that mode because I have this thinking that my emotional life and even my mental health is actually, I cannot depend on it from sadly with other people. I cannot depend on my husband. I cannot depend on my kids. I cannot depend on other people to save me or to help me move out of either burnout or a sickness kasi kailangan kong tulungan yung sarili ko. If they will, oh, thank you, Kathy, Coffee Break. If they have, I hope that Coffee Break is good for your mental health, guys. It is for me also. So, while other people, we love them, but I always say that hindi natin pwedeng idepende yung mental health natin sa kanila. Kasi what if they cannot provide for our needs? They cannot create solutions for us. We need to know how to take care of ourselves. We need to know how to support ourselves better. So here, create solutions for your emotional state. It can be overwhelming, yes. Pero parang, anong gagawin ko? Ayan yung magic question. Anong gagawin ko? It can be overwhelming, but you need to take small steps. Take small steps. For example, as you said, Kathy, Ani, Kathy, you said that coffee break is help a small step. Yes, you look for a podcast like this. I have friends during the when I started doing coffee break, they put this in paper. As in, ginagawa nila ng notes yung coffee break. Ako personally, pag I'm emotionally unwell, I have to tap into my creative energy. Meaning, kailangan kong magawa ng craft ko, ng hobby ko, ng mga non-thinking things to be able to help me. So, either it can be overwhelming, but we need to take small steps. We need to create solution and also take small steps. Create the right solutions, friends. What do I mean by create the right solution? By seeking the right people. Hindi lahat ng friends mo kailangan mong tawagan if you're not well. Kasi for all you know, some friends lalong nasusulsol yung inis mo, lalo kang napapagod na kausapin sila. So I really suggest that you seek the right people. You seek the right people na may matinong masasabi about your mental health, our mental state, our emotional state, and that who can help us. Choose people who will be good for your mental health, who can support the best of you and really do something good for your body and your soul. So there you go. Either it's people that you know, it's people that you don't directly know, like what we do here in Coffee Break. So you're listening to me. I don't know all of you, not all of you. I don't know some of you, but somehow I know that we are sharing in this journey, and then seeking the right people, the like-minded people. Doon tayo dun sa ang mindset is para mag-grow, hindi para makasakit, hindi para lalo tayong mag-guilty, okay? So doon tayo sa who can help us grow. So that's seeking the right people. So as I said, how do you create solutions? Create small steps, seek the right people, and third, put helpful and healthy solutions. Um, Hindi lahat ng healthy strategy, hindi lahat ng solution that we do whenever we're emotionally burned out are actually healthy solutions. Kasi yung iba kaya nga sila nagkakaroon ng alcohol addiction. Yung iba nagkakaroon ng K-drama or Netflix addiction. May nagtanong sa akin in a forum, okay lang ba na wag nang pansinin ang problema? Ilang beses may nagtanong sa akin yan in a forum. Okay lang ba na wag nang pansinin yung problema? Total, just go on with life and positive vibes na lang tayo. For me, no. Because if it's a problem that has, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Mas marami pang concern underlying that. So, and ang problema, pag hindi natin pinansin at hindi natin, what do you call that? We don't address it, it's just there. And it's just toxic. It's just like a toxic thing that that will explode one day when our system can no longer handle it. Are you getting it? One day it's just going to be a concern that will explode when everything is too much for us to handle. So friends, yung mga concerns natin at lalo na tong emotional burnout natin, if you are in that situation, you really need to find healthy solutions. Find healthy solutions, maybe exercise further, maybe talk to have a seek consultation if it's talagang kailangan na seek consultation to from professionals like psychologists or counselors, and also put help together helpful habits like sleeping properly, like putting the right amount of food in your mouth, and putting the right kind of food in your mouth also, and also getting the right amount of sleep. Ayan, napakahalaga nitong mga bagay na to. So, and then last, okay, that's number three. So, create healthy solutions that can help nourish you. So, that's the third. The fourth, are you with me still? Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for those who sent stars. You can still send stars and send love and send your comments here at the chat, okay? Number four, friends, take time out. Alam nyo, ang pinakamalungkot na marinig is hindi ako maka-leave kasi kailangan ako. Hindi ako maka-leave o kaya mag-leave naman ako tapos magre-reply kayo sa email. Friends, sometimes we just oh, Hannah from London, we just need to take a day off with thoughtful abandon. Yun talagang you surrender to the bed, surrender to rest, surrender to a pause. Because that's what we need. That's what we need na parang hindi natin take a break, take a leave if needed, time out of work or time out of worry. Sometimes it's just not about time out for work, but time out of worries. Kailangan natin ma-check, kailangan natin malaman na tao pala ako, kailangan kong gawin 'to sa sarili ko. What do I mean by thoughtful abandon? Ah, alam mong may tatawag, alam mong meron kang trabaho, alam mong there are people depending on you, but at that moment, you are trying to rest and recover simply because your body needs you so much, and the emergency that you need to attend to at that moment is your body and our own well-being. Am I making sense there? Am I making sense? Ang importante that time is really our well-being. I remember before, whenever I would need to take a leave, I'm the type of person who don't take a leave. When I was very, very young, pumapasok ako kahit na may sakit na. Pero, at a certain point, I realized hindi ako papasok kasi it's not fair at ipapahinga ko 'to or else it will be worse. So taking a time out, it's just not for you alone because taking that time off to recalibrate yourself, to restore yourself, is actually taking time off from worries so that you have more to give. Magre-recharge lang tayo. Hindi naman forever. So please, if you can, please take the time off. Take also a social media detox na parang, oh my, hindi kailangan pakinggan lahat, hindi kailangan na tingnan natin lahat ang nangyayari, but do a social media detox, especially if it's the feed is no longer helpful for you and you feel na parang lagi na ako sumusungit after I browse through my social media page. So it means that you need to do that. Okay, so take time out. Friends, mahirap bang mag-time out? Kasi yung iba magta-time out tapos meron pa pala silang trabaho. Oh, akala ko ba naka-leave ka? Pero pero what's happening? What's happening? There's a quote that I put in my book, The Beauty of 40. Um, we can have it all, but not all at the same time. We can have it all, but not all at the same time. What do I mean by that? We can have it all, but not all at the same time. We can have it all but not all at the same time. Hindi naman kaya natin na sabay-sabay. 'Di ba? I know that we adults have the tendency na, okay, finish all the chores now. Kahit may sakit ako, kaya ko naman 'tong pag-isipan eh. Kaya ko naman magtrabaho ng nakahiga. Kaya ko naman, ako ginawa ko 'yan isang araw and then until now, 'di ba? Dapat pala sinorender ko na lang kahapon. I tried working yesterday afternoon even though I'm not still feeling good. Ayan tuloy. I'm still, the voice is still not at its best. But you have to realize that we can have it all. Can you say that with me? We can have it all, but not all at the same time. That's one of my breakthroughs when I reached 40. And that's one of the things that I really put in my book, The Beauty of 40. Kasi may bumibigay, friends, may bumibigay. Either it's our physical health or it's our mental health. And when it starts sending us signals, as I said, you have to take the time out. So taking a time out, it's time out of life, but time in for ourselves. Can you say that with me? Time out from life, but time in for ourselves. So that's the time that we nourish ourselves. That's the time that we do things for ourselves. That's the time that we just restore who we are as a person, our body and our being. We try to restore it because sometimes it can just be too much for everything. Everything can be too much for us, and we can also be too much for everyone. Does that make sense? Hi, Mia. Oo. Kesa ikaw ang bumigay, ibigay mo na kay Lord. Oh, isang araw lang naman eh. Ang galing ko magsabi, di ba? Ako rin minsan hirap ako humiga at walang isipin. You know how Martha. Today is the feast day of my favorite Martha. Later, I have a special announcement for this. So, put priority in taking the number fifth, the fifth that I would like you to realize is that the first one, una muna, acknowledge your state. The second, identify the reason behind the burnout. The third is that create solutions for your emotional state. Number 4, take time out. And number 5, nako, sabay-sabay natin 'tong isigaw sa sarili natin. Sinasabi mo nga, my dear Awi, hugs babe, feel so much better soon. Voice is still soothing. And yes, you make a lot of sense. Sabay-sabay natin isigaw yung number 5. Put priority in taking care of yourself. Yay! I need a dose of this. Put priority in taking care of ourselves. Ako, personally, I really naman put priority in taking care of myself. And I always share that we cannot depend on other people to take care of us. That is why we need to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and of course, mentally and spiritually. As you said, John, you cannot be everything to everyone, and not everyone can be everything to you. pwede rin yan, di ba? So you have to prioritize taking care of yourself, prioritize self-care, listen to your body, learn to listen to your body. If your body telling you to rest, rest. If your body is telling you take a nap, take a nap. If your body is already complaining like what I'm doing, honestly, I postponed some engagements that I have, and some engagements postponed by itself. Thank God. Because it's my way of putting priority to myself by pacing the work that I do. So, yung iba, parang automatic na nag-postpone because of some concerns. And ako naman, meron talaga akong nakiusap ako with the organizer of some talks that I give for private groups, that is it okay to postpone pa? So, thank God na naayos, because that's putting priority in taking care of myself. And then, listen to your body. We need to learn to rest when we're tired. Friends, pag ba inaantok na kayo, natutulog kayo. Pag ba pagod na kayo, pinapahinga na natin. Tell me, where are you here? Do you rest when you're tired? Because that is critical. Another thing that we can do do activities to elevate your mood. Meron tayo niyan. Some of you maybe wala namang pupuntahan, nagme-makeup, ako rin ganyan. When I'm feeling not so good, I'm gonna dress up today. Today I'm dressed up because I have another webinar earlier. So, two activities to highlight, to elevate your mood. Do something for yourself that would uplift you. Maybe it's a lipstick kind of day, like my friend here, Awi, and it can be a dress up day for you. It can be like putting essential oil like what I have here beside me. Ayan, meron akong quote and quote pausok na essential oil. But it just can be something that will uplift us. So you have to do that. You have to deliberately find these activities that would uplift your mood and uplift you. And another, nourish your body and mind. Kaya it's important for us to really listen to our bodies, so that we know that, hey, this activity is nourishing for me. Sometimes if the music it's too loud for you, and then it means it's not nourishing. If it's like tiring you out, it's not nourishing. So choose the activities that will nourish you, your body, and your mind. Somebody said here, dress up and clean up na me. Yes, yes, Faye. Yan, long bath. Yan yung mga favorite ko rin na activities. So, nourish your body and mind. Take a long shower if needed. Ako, the past days that I'm not feeling well, I have a home spa. It's it's something that I got online, so it's just like a bubble, and then there's like a pot of steam steaming up the heat so that I can sweat well. So that is something that you can do. So look for something like that, something that can nourish your body and mind. And eto friends, pace yourself. Pace yourself. Huwag pagsabay-sabayin. Especially if we are in that middle of the emotional exhaustion, wag mong sabay-sabayin. Ang isa sa trick dyan, wag mong sabay-sabayin. Pace yourself. Isa-isa lang. And ito, say no. You get it? Say no. We don't say yes to everything. Hindi lahat ng may hinihinging input sa akin. Ako, I have to say no to some people right now. Sabihin ko na, wait lang, not right now because I'm not feeling well. So, it is, I don't need to explain to them. It's very evident. It's very evident na we have to say no because we're restoring the energy. We're restoring the energy. Kaya, posible nga rin na yung iba, kaya rin nagkaroon ng emotional exhaustion. Kasi lahat inoohan mo. 'Di ba? Hindi naman nakakandidato, pero parang ba't lahat kailangan oohan? We have to learn how to say no and do it in a loving way. Okay? So you have to say no. As I always say yes to you by saying no to a few. hindian mo yung iba para may oras ka to support and love yourself and to take care of yourself. But whenever you are in this middle of the emotional burnout and even work burnout, you have to remember that you have to prioritize taking care of you so that the manifesting sickness hindi na magtuloy-tuloy. Kumbaga, ma-resolve na from that point. Okay. Friends, you do not need to look for burnout. You do not need to wait for burnout bago before it kicks in for you to be able to support yourself, take time out, create solutions for your well-being. No, you have to have this plan. Maybe I call it also the self-care strategy, or you have to have some supportive plan for you to be able to be well. Kasi mayat maya talaga, especially in this lockdown that we are experiencing too much already. And dagdagan natin yung pag-aalaga sa sarili. Dagdagan natin yung compassion for ourselves. Dagdagan natin yung mga well-being boosters so that we can have more love to give. We can have more time and energy spending on being well rather than managing stress. 'Di ba? Saan nyo mas gusto na mag-spend ng time? Doing a hobby, putting out essential oil, putting makeup, and those are well-being strategies that we can do, or managing stress. Managing stress, nagpapa-recover ng gamot and everything. So you have to choose that. Another thing, at the onset of burnout, just in case that you are, aminin mo na, oh may papunta na ako dito. Ako, since hindi ito bago sa akin, I know the signs already when it's happening. Okay, I think I'm my tipping point already. Ibig sabihin, patagin na ako. Parang, okay, pa-decline na, nasobrahan na itself, nasobrahan na, burnout na yan. So, you have to be proactive. And as I always tell you, you have to make self-care a priority because self-care will always be your tool to retool. Self-care will always be your way to retool yourself to be able to navigate burnout. Um, when I was in the middle of maybe in the middle, yes, of emotional burnout, I asked a very good psychologist friend. Sabi ko, what should I do? Tapos natawa siya. Ano ka kay Chel? Sabi niya ganyan. We talk bluntly like that. Sabi niya, wala, pagdadaanan mo lang talaga. Sabi ko, grabe ka naman. He's a clinical psychologist. Tapos ang sabi niya, hindi, yun lang talaga, Itchel. There's no other way through it but to go through it. Funny, no? Diba? I need to get a dose of what I tell you also. I need to get a dose of my own medicine, but that's okay. That is true because at that moment, I need it. I need to remind myself to be extra careful. I need to remind myself na, hey, magdahan-dahan ka. Otherwise, you're gonna be not just at the tipping point, but at the breaking point. And I need to share it that it can happen to me. It can probably happen to you. Pag hindi natin tinutukan yung sarili natin, pag hindi natin inalagaan, burnout can happen. It can happen to me, yes. But the funny thing is that I've been supporting myself. So even if we are already supporting myself, burnout can still happen. And if it happens, at least it's not going to be so bad. It's not going to be so bad. So we need to learn how to take care of be proactive, as I said, to be proactive in our ways to be able to support ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, so that when crisis event happen, when things beyond our control are there, we are supported. Para tayong may supplements, binigyan natin ng supplement yung sarili natin to be able to help us. So that when virus comes or when the crisis happens, hey, my body is stronger. I will get sick a bit. I might be affected, but not fully affected. And when we're affected, slow down. And when we're affected, when we are in the middle of it, slow down, prioritize your self-care, and more importantly, continue taking care of you. while you go through it. And in going through a burnout, it's just not na, ay burnout ako eh. It's just not like that. You don't make it as an excuse, but you learn the lesson. You learn the lesson. What is this burnout teaching me? It's teaching me to rest. Maybe it's teaching me to let go. It's teaching me to choose the right people to say to. So there's lesson there. There are lessons beyond burnout. I would like to ask you, friends, if ever that you are burned out and you are in the middle of it, is there a lesson that it has taught you? Meron bang lesson bulong ng burnout sa'yo? Ang sa'kin, to rest, to take a break. I am not super. I am not super. That's what is for me. I'm not super. I am susceptible also to many things, and I need to rest. As simple as that. Diba? There you go, Hannah. Nobody is gonna take care of you but you. Yes, I believe this. Nobody will take care of you but you. Nobody but you. That's it. So if ever that you have sharings, if ever that there's something that you would like to share, please put it here at the comment. What is it your big takeaway for this coffee break session? You may please put it here at the comment section. Friends, if you're in the middle of the burnout, of this emotional burnout that I'm talking about, I hope that you admit that you are, because it's not a very pleasant place. It's not a pleasant state to be in, but it's a space and a place that we need to be in and to go in so that we can grow inside us. The burnout, it's not burned up. The flame, it's just burning out, but it doesn't mean that it ends there. It means that we are just trying to have a pause or a time to recalibrate ourselves. And I hope that makes sense. Whatever you are having, wherever you are in the world, friends, I hope that whatever it is that you have in your plate, you have inside you and in your heart, I pray that we all move it, not we cannot move it, move out of it together, and we thrive together by becoming our own unique person, our own stronger person as we learn to move out of burnout and as we use burnout as a stepping stool to grow better and to know life more. Okay, that's about for coffee break for today. And I would like to end this with the story of my favorite, and today is her feast day, the story of Martha. You know Miss Martha, Saint Martha of Bethany. Do you know who is she? She's my favorite. Why? She's like a lot of us. What's the traits of Martha? Ano ang trait ni Martha kung kilala niyo si Saint Martha? What is it that's with Martha? What's happening to Martha? Anong nangyayari sa kanya? What's her trait? Diba she's a lot like many of us? Martha is like many of us. Martha is like many of us. She's always busy. She needs to learn how to pause. Yes, aligaga. But Martha is busy. But the gospel today, I'm not a preacher, but the gospel today showed how Martha have that solid faith. Yun yung gospel. Ang hindi highlight today yung the time that uh, she told Jesus, Jesus, tell Mary to help me. No, the highlight today is when she said to Jesus, yes, Lord, I have come to believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, the one who is coming into the world. Kahit aligaga si Martha, she has a deep love and faith for the Lord. At yun yung, in her story, that's what we need to focus on. Not because she's aligaga, kasi majority of us are like her, aligaga, always busy. But at the end of the day, it is our love for the Lord that asks us to serve. It's love for the Lord and our focus on His work that makes us want to to serve and love more. And I hope that you can relate to that. And because of that, I am coming with my, as I said last time, with my signature workshop, meaning my birthday is in August, and on September, I come up with a workshop called Martha's Pause. This is going to be the fifth year that I'm going to have Martha's Pause. It's going to be on September 18. If you can see it in the screen, please, friends, I would like for you to join me. This is an exclusive webinar, and it's also an exclusive workshop. You may get the, you may check out the Martha's Pause here in Facebook. I posted already the registration details, and that registration details is, tada, there, http://bit.ly MP body and being. So ibig sabihin body and being. So our body, our physical body, and our being, our mental being, our total well-being. So sa mga napapagod niyan, sa mga gusto ng to how to retool themselves in this difficult time, please join me. I have, this is the stage, so it's open, the registration is open now. You can check out the registration at the link that I'm showing you. It's on September 18. It's here at the screen. September 18, 2021, of course, between 1 to 4 p.m. The link is here at the chat and also here in my banner. Okay. So I hope you join me. And if you would look at the post here in my Facebook page, I already posted the details. I hope that you can join me for Martha's Pause. We are running on an early bird rate until, I think, until August 15, until the Feast of the Assumption. We are on an early bird rate, so that I hope that many of you can join me. Okay, that's about it. I hope that one, you can share this to family and friends. Second, you can sign up for the Martha's Pause workshop, which I am excited for you to join me. And then third, I hope that you've learned something with this, and you can, of course, send your love via stars, R through stars that can help support the mission that I do here at Coffee Break. Maraming salamat sa suporta niyong lahat. Yes, Hannah, I'll let Jewels Europe know. Yes, please. Our sisters in Europe can know about it, and all of you sisters from other side of the world, some of you, somebody said here that she's in Abu Dhabi. Hello, and I hope that you join me wherever you are in the world. You can join me for that workshop. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, and I hope each of us find time to be well. Pray for me that I can recover my health, and I hope that all of you guys are well, and all of you guys find ways to get out if you are in the middle of an emotional burnout. God bless everyone. Thank you for joining me in Coffee Break.